Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
Hey Ellen, did you know that Hillier Garden Centres have over 155 years of horticultural expertise?
I sure did. That's amazing, isn't it? And also, I'm a customer as well.
Oh, this is nice. What are you growing?
Well, at the moment, I've got their gorgeous Daphne, the Jacqueline Postle one. It smells divine.
Oh my gosh, if I could bottle that fragrance. Well, if you want in on the British plants trend, you can shop the top quality British grown plants from Hillier across the 19 garden centres or online.
And to find your local centre or shop online, visit hillier.co.uk or search Hillier Garden Centres on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for inspiration on creating your ideal garden. Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast News.
Your horticultural news roundup for the week.
Ukrainian workers entering Scotland to carry out seasonal farm jobs will be provided with additional support via a Scottish government-backed charity. About 2/3 of seasonal workers in the UK last year were from the Ukraine. But the conflict with Russia means any UK-based Ukrainian workers will be trying to cope with concerns about work security and their families. In a bid to provide support, the Just Right Scotland charity has set up a worker support centre initiative that will offer advice and urgent practical help with these issues.
An insight into how the fungi that causes white mold rot avoids plant defences could lead to a new tool to actually combat a pathogen which causes billions of dollars of crop loss worldwide. A team led by the US Department of Agriculture's Agricultural Research Service and Washington State University researchers found that the Sclerotinia sclerotiorum fungus uses a protein to bypass natural plant defenses and cause extensive root rot in hundreds of broadleaf plant varieties. So they could soon be on their way to stop the rot.
Very well pronounced, Mr. Plant Geek.
Thank you.
Botanists are hoping a new project to grow and sell Guernsey plants will preserve the island's native species. The Grow Guernsey Natives project has been launched by the botany section of the Société Guerniaise and charity Grow Limited. It aims to educate and promote the planting of native and naturalised plant species.
The Met Office have issued an update for Edinburgh as temperatures are set to drop. Last week, Edinburgh basked in the sunshine, allowing people to relax in the meadows, hang washing on lines, and catch up with friends in beer gardens. However, in true Scottish fashion, the weather is set to change as temperatures will plummet during the night. This means that Edinburgh residents could wake up and get ready for the daily grind, or they could see frost on the ground. Our advice, don't plant out any bedding yet wherever you are in the UK.
A 90-year-old woman from Cornwall has found her late husband's wedding ring 35 years after he lost it. Mother of 7, Anne Kendrick, said that her husband Peter, who died 22 years ago, had lost his ring while working in their back garden in 1987. She came across the ring when she was clearing around the base of an apple tree in the garden just last week. Mrs. Kendrick said she found it after a piece of metal popped out of the ground as she pulled on a tuft of grass. And that there is a lovely, happy news story.
Yay! Hello, Ellen.
Hey,
how are you?
Hello, MP. Hello.
I thought you were going to say hello, Ellen. Said hello to yourself.
Hello, MP. Hello, Ellen. How you doing? We've got a really busy week.
You what?
We've got a really busy week.
We have.
You what? Are you paying any attention? I have no idea if you're actually paying attention. Yeah? You're currently wiping your screen.
I'm wiping my screen, and you're on the bed, which is a bit different to normal. Yeah, we've got Malvern's show coming up, which I finally allowed myself to get excited about.
I was getting excited about it, and you were all like, yeah, I'll be okay. But now we've got really close to it, and we've got our schedules. It looks
we've got the schedule. Show me your schedule.
Have you got yours actually on paper format?
No, on a pooter.
Oh, well, I'm very, very impressed with the admin side of things at Malvern. Well done, Jess and team. So I've got this lovely pack of all the information in it and a schedule of each day. So you will when you get back home to the UK as well. So basically, I am pretty much on the nurture stage all day, every day, where I'm going to be interviewing and having discussions with Arit Anderson about happiness and horticulture.
Coolness.
And also, I believe, Carol Klein, but I can't find the date of that as well. And we've got cooking going on there and just basically talking about the wellbeing benefits of gardening and plants, which is really cool. And on the Thursday at 4 p.m, you and I are going to be doing our first Grow and Glow talk.
Yeah. What the devil are we going to do?
We're going to have to work that out pretty quickly, aren't we? I'm sure we will. Grow and Glow with Michael Perry on the Nurture Theatre at 4 o'clock on the Thursday. And also, I think there's another one, 1 p.m. on the Saturday as well. And 2 p.m. on Sunday. We are busy bees, aren't we? So you can come to Nurture Theatre basically 3 of the days that Malvern's on, and you'll find us there. But there's one, Michael, I'm really excited about. Sorry, not that I'm not excited about talking with you, of course. On Sunday, the 8th of May at midday, you and I will be on the Festival Theatre, and we are doing a floral challenge with Jonathan Mosley. So it's going to be like, I think it's going to be like when we do our competitions as to who has planted the best planter, or, the best bouquet. Yeah, so we're going to have to get a bit competitive there as well.
Well, I've got mine here, and that sometimes I'm in the Nurture Theatre, introducing. What is that? Where will you be? In bed?
What do you mean you're introducing?
Or maybe they're your lunch breaks. I don't know.
Tell me the times. Do you know?
12 noon on Thursday, for example.
12 noon on Thursday. I have an hour for lunch. So you're doing your...
So we haven't got lunch together. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Oh.
That's a drama. They're splitting us up, Ellen.
How dare they? But actually, before you carry on, let's not forget that in the morning times, you and I and someone else whose name
James Alexander Sinclair.
James Alexander Sinclair. Oh my gosh, that's so rude of me. I hope you don't listen to this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Early on in the morning, about 10:15 at the Festival Theatre, we are just doing the highlights for the day. So that will go on social media, and you can see that on the Festival Theatre every morning. We will be there.
Yeah, and apparently on Thursday there's a World Naked Gardening Day shoot as well, but I won't be involved because I've retired, remember, Ellen?
I will not. I will definitely not be involved.
I will not be involved. Is that because you're too pale? Oh God, I'm in trouble. Or she's frozen on Zoom. That's the last one.
Yeah, I've frozen on Zoom. How rude is what I was going to say. No,
Helen,
I would
anyway, let's
never
move
get
on.
naked in front of anybody apart from my husband.
And my mistress.
And the boy next door.
Ellen, so I've got, maybe you're not invited, but 11 a.m. on Thursday, I'm going to a Garden Media Guild reception.
I can't, I'm afraid. I'll be hosting on the stage. And I was invited, I might add.
2 p.m. I'm actually introducing in the Bloom Theatre, Floristry, Weird and Wacky Plant Show Festival Theatre, 3 p.m. We've then got Grow and Glow together. In between all of this, I'll be on the Affordable Gardens display, kind of talking through the affordable gardens that we've created as well, and I'll be setting those up the day before. Friday, so Weird and Wacky Plant Show is at midday. I'm introducing the perennial in the theatre, in the Nurture Theatre, which must be when you're on a break. And then Saturday, similar. We've got Grow and Glow again, highlights of the day, Weird and Wacky Plant Shows. And then Sunday, similar, including Floral Challenge. But remember, Weird and Wacky Plant Show, we'll be looking at some really cool plants and tasting miracle berries. Might bring along some electric daisies as well. So that should be really, really fun.
You actually keep the Zoom does keep pausing. So we joked about me pausing, but for some reason it does genuinely keep pausing. So I'm sorry if that sounds really awkward. I just actually noticed how I'm really excited. 4 p.m. on Saturday the 7th. Chris Collins from Garden Organic will be on the Nurture stage of sustainable gardening. Yeah, he's ace, and I'm sure that's going to be a really, really good talk. So all in all, 3 p.m. on Sunday the 8th of May, Arthur Parkinson with Flamboyant Flowers as well. So I think overall it sounds like a really awesome few days. Definitely worth being excited about.
Melon. Is it? I'm in Poland at the moment. It's cold here. Is it cold there?
Yes, it's freezing. I've literally got a cardigan on, like a
I don't get it because I packed for 10 days and I was like, okay, this is end of April. It'll be warm, won't it? I just need a little anorak, but no. It's annoying.
Yeah, we have had a couple of lovely sunny days.
Yeah,
and still not necessarily t-shirt and short weather for sure, but just nice and mild. But yesterday morning I walked into the city and I had to actually put like a relatively thick coat on. It was so cold.
My God, Melon.
And
I hope you haven't planted out any little seedlings yet, dear.
No, I haven't planted. I really haven't planted anything on the allotment, but 2 reasons. One is I'm going away, so from Malvern I go to America and then straight to London for Chelsea. So I'm actually not here for most of May. And so I can't plant anything out really on the allotment because there's no one to water them and look after them.
But how will they be watered in the seed trays?
Well, I was then about to tell you that, so I'm moving.
Oh, okay, right. Well, let me know. I'm just trying to be interactive.
I know, you are so adorable.
Yeah.
I'm going to be moving all of my seedlings that are in seed trays from my greenhouse to my parents' greenhouse. So they're going to be hardening them off for me. So as soon as I get back, which will be on the 24th of May, I will be planting just about everything out on the allotment.
Is it a lot though? Is it like half full or what?
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
I actually took a couple of trays of like some grafted veg that I'm growing on to my parents, and also I gave some plus to my assistant Jen as well. She's looking after my Miracle Grow tomatoes and my Monstera and my banana, because it gets hard work when you're away and stuff. And of course, we're away like primarily for work as well, so it's also unavoidable too. It's not like we're dillying off on holidays and such, but oh my gosh, I think someone needs to invent like an irrigation system that you could actually use from afar, like actually have an app that turns it on. Does that exist? I don't know.
I don't really know, but if there isn't one, maybe we should make one. But it is a constant juggle when you are like back and forward to raise seedlings, so once they're more mature and you planted them out, generally they will, hopefully look after themselves, with a good mulch and maybe a friendly neighbour. But really it's this point that's really important when they are seeds or when they are young or when they do need hardening off or
definitely.
I don't know, all the things that need doing at this time of year. So it's a really kind of bad month to be away from most of it.
But everything just snowballs at this time of year, doesn't it? Because there's then events that you need to be at and this and that. Yeah. It's like we need like a mobile greenhouse if we can't have an irrigation system that works.
Oh my gosh, Michael, how about like a trailer with a greenhouse on? So wherever you go, you can take your greenhouse with you on the trailer.
Oh my God. There's a houseplant shop in New York called Tula, and they used to have like a truck that went around the neighborhood selling the plants. Yeah, and also in China, there used to be this man with a little cart that would go around the street selling plants off the back of it. That's something that we need to make happen, I'm sure.
Yeah, I could just see you pedaling around London selling plants on your bike.
Oh, definitely. I've got the legs for it. Sorry, Ellen, I was really distracted because in the Garden Media Guild Gardening Talks group, someone put in a picture of this plant and wanted it identified. And of course, like I never want to be a smart ass with anything, but when I know that I can identify a plant, my fingers were moving quicker than anything because do you know this plant? It's beautiful. They actually grow it at, what's that place? East Ruston. And it's Mycetidum, which is Chatham Island forget-me-not. It's gorgeous because it's got big forget-me-not-like flowers, but really oversized kind of leathery leaves, like a begonia. It's a bloody cool plant, I tell you.
I knew you were distracted.
I'm sorry, but I had to. I had to be the first.
I'm very happy that it was a distraction over plants.
Mike Palmer was very impressed. And I didn't realise he's a chairman now. So I'm totally on a mission to impress him at every twist and turn.
Oh my goodness, apple for the teacher and all of that. Mike.
Oh, don't
Mike
tell
Palmer.
me you're not a teacher's pet, Ellen Mary.
No, I'm not.
I can imagine you're at school. No, I'm not taking that. You are as square as the hills.
Nope, you've got that so wrong. You've got that so wrong.
I think you're a hidden
ever
teacher's pet. You would be, but you wouldn't want it to be seen that you're doing that.
No, still no.
No. I know you better than anyone.
No. You definitely didn't know me, but I was at school, that's for sure.
Oh, really?
Anyway, seriously, congratulations to Mike Palmer, because that's an awesome role that he's taken. I think that's really exciting for Garden Media Guild.
Oh, defo. He's really... just his balance. He's got such a great balance and I think because he's kind of fresh to it is nice because he's their new eyes. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm so pleased that he's doing it actually. Yeah. And not just because his name's Michael, of course.
No, he's Mike though. He's happy to be called Mike. You are never happy to be called Mike. No,
definitely not. Hey, Ellen, have I seen your book yet or not?
Is that like... are you winking at me as you say that?
Well, no, I'm not sure because, I think you showed me your book the other day, but I'm not sure if, I'm allowed to say that or not. So that's why I'm like, did I?
Well, you know what? It's not in general circulation yet, but I did get one of the first printed copies. Came through the post the other day, and I sent you a video of it because I was really excited.
Are you allowed to put it out there yet or not, or what?
No, I don't think so. No? I mean, I put out there that I've written it and it's like a, graphic of it, but I haven't put anything out there of the actual book. So I think I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to or not. I have to check, to be honest, because its release date isn't until the end of July. But I can just say, Michael, thank you so much for bringing it up. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah,
I'm genuinely really happy with it. But That's good. And I think you will do this as well when your book is published or when you get your first copy. When you flick through it, by the time you get that copy in your hand, you've kind of almost forgotten writing it. Not forgotten, but just you've moved on and you forget how hard it was or how much time it took. Or
that already.
And then you kind of flick through the pages and you think, did I write that? Oh, I don't remember writing that. Oh, that looks good. Or that was a good idea. I don't know. It's just come together so well. It's been illustrated so nicely. The publishers have done such an amazing job of it. And I genuinely was I had a happy heart for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I had a meeting with my PR people the other day and is going to print like kind of this week, next week. And we were then talking about when we would do like jacket reveal.
Yeah.
So that will be in about 2 weeks-ish, actually, which is cool because it coincides with another big event in Mr. Plant Geek's life as well.
Ooh, well, that is exciting. Do I know about this event or not? Because if not, clearly I need to know. I'm on a need to know basis.
If you would usually send me a card or not. But, Michael has a birthday each year, but so does Mr. Plant Geek.
Oh, of course. Michael's
dates.
Later on.
Call me a queen if you will.
I got you, yeah. So Mr. Plant Geek has a birthday coming up and this will coincide with that. That's really exciting. I'm now going to call you. You are the queen of the plant world.
But it makes me so nervous, honestly. I hate it. And I love it.
Why?
I don't know, because you don't want to then have something wrong, most importantly.
Of course not. I tell you one thing, sister. I don't read my book after it's printed. I don't read it. I flick through it and look at it and see the photographs and everything, but I would never read it front to back. Because if there was something wrong, I would probably go to my bed and stay under the duvet until the storm had passed. I'd be so embarrassed. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about it.
It's weird. It's like so much more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Anyway, apart from books, what's going on in your garden at the moment?
I don't know. I'm not there.
You've only been gone a few days.
It's funny because it's almost nicer at this time of year to have short trips because each time you go back, your garden's almost like developed in a different way. Because like earlier, before I went to Holland, it was all daffodils. When I came back, the tulips were coming on, and now daffodils will probably be finished when I'm back, and the tulips there. But of course, I had a very well-known gardening magazine, shot it last Monday. So that was like a mad dash around. And I had this massive dilemma of whether to pull out the nettles or not, but I did in the end. But I am going to do some work on kind of like not nettles, but like weeds versus real plants, that sort of thing. But I've been in Poland for a week. But I've had a lovely time in some of the garden centres, Ellen. Did you see the mushrooms they're selling here? Like almost in seed packets. I had to buy some. You can just establish them in your garden. They're like, I guess they're like spores on dowels, like you buy online. But I'd never seen them in a garden centre before, in a range. Like a colourful wall of mushrooms, the same as, a ball of sunflowers. Wall of sunflowers, not ball of sunflowers.
That's really cool. Like mushrooms are having a major big thing at the moment. People are realising how good they are. I've got those little like plugs. So you drill holes in like newly chopped down logs, and then you put them into the holes that you've drilled in, and then move it over. So I'm growing some of those on the allotment this year, but I've never seen them in like a garden centre, like a packet of or anything like that. That's really cool.
I'll need to read the instructions properly, but because I've got this kind of wood chip area at the bottom of the garden, I'd love if that kind of became colonised by mushrooms. So I wonder if I can just be lazy, of course, because that's me, and just kind of dump these dowels just in the wood chip and not necessarily like drill them into wood and all that jazz. I don't know. See what happens.
Yeah, it's an experiment, isn't it? And that's what we expect from you, Michael. We want to see it all happening. all the successes.
Look what I've got here. This is my random summer jobs list of all different ideas that I've got of crazy stuff I want to experiment with.
That's really cool. I love that. And you always think of something new as well. You're always thinking like, what can I try with that? Or I'm going to try to grow that. I'm going to see if that works.
Just get bored quickly, that's why.
Hopefully when you get back, there'll still be a few tulips out because it hasn't been warm, and therefore the ones in my...
Yeah, it's cold, but I planted late as well, so perfect combo.
Yeah, sure. The ones in my garden are still blooming at the moment, so hopefully you'll get back to lots of pretty tulips.
What have you been busy doing this week then, Melon?
I don't even really know what day it is, and this morning when we were recording...
You know what way up you are?
I forgot what time. Actually, do you know what? I'm sitting on the bed, and even I'm a bit put off by that. It looks really odd. Like, I'm not used to recording sitting on my bed, but there's someone drilling in my back garden, so I couldn't drill downstairs. I couldn't drill downstairs.
Are they drilling mushrooms in or something?
No, the fence had blown over, and so they're doing something out there to fix it. I don't know what exactly. I have been typing copy like you would not believe. I think over the past 3 days, including Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I have probably typed enough words to have written a book. And I went to bed last night and my eyes hurt. You know what? Like,
I don't know how you do it, darling. I really don't. Honestly.
It's a lot of copy for like horticultural companies and for marketing agencies who provide blogs and magazine copy and stuff to different horticultural businesses. Mm-hmm. And first of all, I had to catch up because I was late on some stuff from last week. And secondly, I'm trying to get ahead of myself because we're away at Malvern and then I'm going to America and then come back to Chelsea. So I'm trying to fit in about 3 or so weeks work in about 5 days, which is virtually impossible, but I'm giving it a good go anyway. Honestly, that's practically been it. I haven't got anything more exciting to tell you. You're such a night owl, aren't you? Like, I couldn't work into the evening, but you're happy to, aren't you? Yeah, so the other day I took the morning off and I went to Norfolk Tulips, a field which is up near Sandringham. But it's still work, Kings Lynn. Really? No? Yeah, I mean, it's content for sure, but I meandered and took a breath and enjoyed all the colours and it was beautiful. It was flipping freezing. And let me tell you now that any photographs you see on Instagram of people in flowery dresses making it look like it was a sunny day, it is not true. It was so cold. And I saw so many people taking photographs like it was a summer's day. But I really enjoyed it. However, when I got back, the guilt then crept in, didn't it? As in, oh my gosh, I just took the morning off and I've got all of this work to do. And I said, if you work in a different format to standard 9 to 5, then just embrace it. You know? And that's exactly what you said. Like, Ellen, stop fighting it. You don't work in the mornings. I was your advice guru. You were my advice guru. Just work when it suits you. So I felt less guilty, basically. Ellen, I just had the funniest tweet. Like, you know these pots? Like, I plant these Barracuda pots where I plant, like, established plants into containers. Yeah. And this was done with some Perrywood plants. Yeah. And I wanted to show how they look good now, April the 24th. And they were planted January the 24th. And so they kind of pretty much... They look the same. They're just like really buxom and gorgeous and just need a tiny bit of tidying. But it's so funny. Perry would have replied and they've been, well, they're looking good. It doesn't take long for them to fill out. And I'm like, they were planted like this. they were already like filled out. And that's the beauty of having that instant display. There was no waiting, but it lasts as well. So, yeah. Interesting. It's good. Instant can be good in the garden, that's for sure. Ellen, as a little kind of spoiler, we're doing some interviews this morning, aren't we? And someone we've just spoken to is Dr. Seaweed. And are you going to do this iodine test? I've got it on my to-do list in front of me. I've just glanced at it. How cool is that? I didn't write it down, but yeah, we should do the iodine. But I think that the iodine test is based upon how much of different foods that you eat. I guess you have to answer honestly. It's not like a quick test or something, is it? No. First of all, you have to be very honest, but also I do wonder how, like, surely different people's bodies process vitamins and minerals very differently as well. So or maybe have different needs. I don't know, but and so how very accurate is that? I don't know, but we'll have a look. Yeah, definitely. Is that because you're worried you'll lose? Iodine deficiency test. No, I'm not worried about if I'm going to lose or not. Like, the facts are the facts, aren't they? But I kind of wonder what other things influence an outcome. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. With anything really like interesting to talk about seaweed generally as well. So can't wait for that one to come out, actually. Yeah, I think it's really interesting. So seaweed is basically good for us plants and just about everything. I love the sea. Get in the sea. No, it's way too cold. You know that phrase? That's what people say when someone's being annoying. Get in the sea. Yeah, get in the sea. But still no. Ding dong. All right. Any other gossip before we depart? No, what about you? Make sure you have your 2 penneth. No, I don't have anything. Do you have anything? I don't think so. I really want another slice of my gorgeous nettle bread. Well, that's lovely, considering the next person we interview this morning is going to be Monica Wilde, all about foraging. So,
yes. Oh my God, that's going to be cool. I've got a preview copy of her book and I love it because it's, sometimes some of that stuff, wholesome stuff, people can be really stuffy with it. And she just doesn't seem like that at all, which is just lovely. So,
That's really interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to finding out more.
Oh, well, I'll see you there. I might have to sign off and do a few things with bread, and then I'll see you in an hour, maybe.
See you in an hour. Cheerio.
See you, Bean.
Series 7 of the Plant-Based Podcast is brought to you with the help of Hillier Garden Centres,
bringing you over 155 years of horticultural expertise.
Shop their top quality British grown plants,
both across their 19 garden centre locations or online.
And to find your local centre or shop online, visit hillier.co.uk.
Or search Hillier Garden Centres on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for inspiration on creating your ideal garden. The music for the Plant-Based Podcast is part of the song Grow by Mikey James, and our editor is Gareth Patch of Semi Echo.